Right guys, I got here nice and early and there's 7 buzzards already thermaling. It's always best to get here really early if you can, if you want to try and make the most out of a cross-country day. Get here early, take your time getting rigged up, watch what the day's doing, get a feel for the start of the day, check out the clouds, make sure they're not going to overdevelop. You can slowly rig, you can check all your instruments, make sure the sounds are on, etc. The worst thing to ever do is take off and your vario's not switched on. I've done that. But it's flyable already. It's only 10:15 in the morning. These birds are about to show themselves above the skyline here. So they're climbing nice. They're not climbing strong yet, but it's early, eh? But the sky's already building. Let me just turn the camera around. Sky's already building nice, and here's the first bird. Look, it just popped above the skyline. It's probably 0.2 of a climb, so there's no rush. Very, very light wind forecast today, so my plan is to get high, and whichever way the sky allows me, I want to do a triangle. I'd like to fly out where the bird's going actually and go over to the rocks into the distance there, then go further on, fly the length of those hills, then over base where we're based, about 5-6 kilometers away. That's probably about 8 kilometers away, and then maybe back to here. But I may land at home, we'll see. But he's still climbing nicely, and the wind is bang on the hill. Jesus. Oh my God. 7 up climbs, man. Jesus. The climbs are so strong. So strong. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. 5,000 foot, heading northwest towards Rodney's Pillar. Rodney's Pillar's just there. There's Welsh Pool. I was not expecting this. There's Shrewsbury. Alright, heading back from Welsh Pool, just from the edge of Welsh Pool, well, Rodney's Pillar, north of Welsh Pool. Very rough day, really rough day. And I'm heading back to Corndon. I've got about 8 kilometers to go to get back to Corndon. Bloody freezing as well. But anyway, amazing flight, man, amazing. Woohoo! Alright. About 4 kilometers to go to Corndon. Oh, here we go again. Ugh. Such a rough day though, so rough. I'll be glad to land. All right, nearly back. Can see the car. Sort of a good and bad flight really, because it's quite rough. I don't like rough. There's Landbauer. Bloody lift everywhere and rough everywhere. But anyway, I'm really down now. Gonna land as close to the car as I can. And we're down. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that was far too easy to go up. Bloody freezing cold, rough as hell. Nice flying with the red kites, but man, that was really, I don't like bumpy, too easy lift. And that was rocket fuel climbs. I think I hit some 7s then, 700 foot a minute. So yeah, a bit too lively. The sky's starting to really fill in now, and I actually struggled to get down. But nice triangle, well, out and return. It's not really a triangle, it's a bit of a triangle, but it was more of an out and return. I've not got that far north from here before. I ended up flying over a hill called Long Mountain, just before a hill called Rodney's Pillar. and got back, which is nice, but God, it was rough. But anyway, I'm back, I'm safe, and I'm going to show you how to pack now. I'll show you how I pack a fast pack. Here we go. So I'm still connected. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rose just the one side of the riser to the wing, and then I'll rose the second riser. I've still got the harness on, all I've took off is the helmet, and then I'll show you the pack from the trailing edge the way I do it. This is more of a pack for fast packing if you're doing like a hike and fly race. So this is that sort of a pack really. And maybe when I get back to base, we'll open a glider in the garden and me and Sean will show you how to do a really nice proper factory pack. So here we go. Start with the right riser. Just bring the right riser in first, like that. Get as much as the line in as you can. Chuck it in there. Like that. If it's windy, I would probably just, if it's windy and not muddy, I would probably put my toe on there, just stop it from moving. And now I've got to bring the left riser in. Like that. And chuck it in like that. So we've got them both in the middle like that, look. Doesn't matter that the wing's a mess, doesn't matter at all. And now what I'll do is I'll take the harness off. I'll take my phone out before I forget. Tidy this up like that. Risers, the main part, the risers with the mailons and the brakes, I'll put inside the harness now like that. So I've just got the lines sticking out like that, and then pull it all tight. Take my gear out the back like that, fold it over like that so it's nice and tight. Open the bag up so the bag's ready. So get the bag in position so the bag's ready to just, so the glider's ready just to drop straight into the bag. I'm getting a bit warm, so let's just get this off. What I'll do now is I will just simply concertina the trailing edge like that. This is a fast pack. This isn't a super neat pack. This is a pack that I do when I'm racing. If I'm in a hike and fly race, I'm going to get on with it. This is the pack I do. And then just quickly come to the leading edge. Back to the trailing edge. Like that. Now you can tidy the leading edge up again. Like that. Pretty good. And then get your hand right underneath and fold it over like that so it's nice and tight. Because none of this bit matters, it's only the leading edge we want to really look after. So get this nice and tight. Same again this side now. Concertina. to tin it all in like that. You can't go too fast, otherwise you just make an absolute mess of it. So trailing edge in like that. I'm not worried about the leading edge right now. Just get this down here like that. Pretty good. Fold it over again, fold it over again, get it nice and tight and small. Like that. So that looks pretty good. So you can see what I've done so far. And now we just got to tidy up this side, this leading edge. This side's not too bad. So now I'm just going to bring the leading edge down like that. That's good. And that's good. And then fold it in tight. Fold that one over twice more tight. Like that. Push the air out. Push the air out. Like that. And then close it. So just close it over. Close it over. Kneel on it. Close it over again. Push the air out as you go. Pushing the air out the leading edge. Like that. This isn't a super factory pack, this is a fast pack, staying connected so I can get back up the hill, or if I'm in a race I can get running. This isn't your super factory pack. I'll show you that when we get back to base. So then what I do is I don't want to bend these rods now, folding it over tight. So what I do is I use the harness as like a pillow in the middle, and it folds the wing around more gently, like this. So get the bag in position where you want it. Bag's good. And now what I'll do is I'm going to fold the harness over into the middle, then the trailing edge over and the leading edge over, like this. So over to the middle, trailing edge over, like that. Kneel on it to keep the air from re-inflating, and then leading edge over, like that. Keep holding it down, keep your knee on it, and then pick it up to the bag. And you want to push it down the bottom of the bag as hard as you can. So this bit now, get it relatively on and then push it down to the bottom part of the bag, like that. Keep your knee on it because it'll inflate and it'll start to undo the zip. So keep your knee on it. And then, so now the glider has wrapped around the harness, so it's not bending all the rods inside the glider. So zip up to the top, shake it down, and job is a good one. So that was a nice triangle, out and return. Landed by the car. Happy days. Okay then, so we've got a school wing. It's just a standard A-wing. We'll show you how to do a proper factory pack now. So this is how you guys want to do it if you want to do a really neat pack. So let's get to it. Shani, come on. All this effort for you guys. Okay, so you can see it's all open nicely and neat. So what we're going to do is we're going to buddy up. So Sean's going to go on the trailing edge and I'll go on the leading edge. And what we'll do is we'll concertina one side and then the other side. So the first thing to do is the risers. We need to make sure that the risers are all neat, of course.
Which they're not at the moment, look.
Which at the moment...
But it's quite a simple thing. Look, can you see? They're over, so all you need to do...
Just untwist the risers. Don't ever put it away twisted and messy, because otherwise when you get to the hill the next time, it's twisted and messy. And you get all wound up because you can't go flying. But there's only one person to blame, and that's you. So make sure the risers are all neat. So what we're going to do now is Sean will rose the one riser up. I'll say that again. Sean will rose the one riser up now and bring it into the wing. And the rule of thumb is we always bring them into the middle. So where it says NK, i.e. Niviuk, we'll bring it to the middle there. So you want the lines going in the wing, but don't drop the riser.
Hold everything, so you don't want the risers twisted in your lines. So you'll hold your risers out.
So you've got the riser in your hand and then drop it, just slightly sticking out the trailing edge of the wing like that. So now we'll do the other one. Okay, so the wing's all open nicely. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to go on the trailing edge, on the leading edge, and I'll be bringing the leading edge cells all down from this side, while Sean mirrors me. So she'll be doing the same from the other side. So we're going to concertina from this side, and then we'll move to the other side. Like this.
But before we do that, we'll just put these in the riser bag so they're all nice.
It's always worth having the risers in the riser bag, because if you don't, they'll rob the material of the wing and you'll damage the material of the wing. So it's always best to use a riser bag. Okay, so this is a good way of doing it if there's two of you, because if you land and there's two of you, you're better off buddying up with someone. So shall I help you pack? And you both do this sort of a pack and then go and help them pack theirs. You can pack neater and quicker buddying up with someone like that. Okay, so centre section, we'll start with this side first. So this is what we're looking after. But rather than just leave all that a mess, we're going to do a proper factory, nice, neat pack like this. So what we're doing is I'm pulling slightly with Sean, so each cell goes taut and folds neater. Look, can you see? Like that, like that. So it's just a slight pull from Sean and then over. Slight pull, tug of war sort of thing, and then over. If you don't pull, if I go, it all goes crinkly, look. So you want to pull it a little bit tighter.
There's a bug in there. Any bugs, just get them out. And any lines that are out of the wing, throw back into the wing. Keep it neat.
Yep, that's it. It's important that you both go together, sort of in unison, and also because of the way the shape of a paraglider is, they're an elliptical shape, a bit like a Spitfire wing. I need the leading edge to come to me, so it's important that Sean, now as we're getting towards the wing tip, she allows the wing, her end to come my way slightly, because I don't want these down there. I want them all at this end here. So now if you look, there's a bit of a gap down the bottom, look, where Sean is allowing me to have the leading edge at my end. Let me just stop a sec and just explain that again. We're looking after these. This is what we're looking after. So the way the shape of the paraglider is, it does that. So as we're doing the concertina, Sean's going to allow the wing to come my way slightly, so they all stay in line here. Okay. And then what we normally do is when we get to the wingtip, we can just do them like that now and just gently push the air out. Just gently ease the air out, don't force it too harsh. That's nice, that looks good. This is of course easy when there's no wind. So there you go, that's nice. And now we'll do the other side. See, I'm waiting for Sean. Don't go ahead, otherwise it starts getting all a bit messy. Wait, go with each other each time. Always move together. So this now is the section where Sean's slightly allowing the wing to come my way, so we keep these neat. And then as you get to the wingtip now, what I tend to do now is I'll reposition myself more around here. You'll learn your own knack. And then come to here again, wingtip, gently ease the air out. Don't force it too aggressively. Just ease it out nice, like that. Okay, so we've got that leading edge all in and down, this leading edge all in and down. Okay, so that looks good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold the leading edge over the top, and then we're going to close it like this. So about where the rods finish are about here. So you get your hand underneath, grip it nice and tight, about there together. We'll go over like that, and then we'll close it. So I'll get my hand right under, so I've got the top surface of the wing, and we go over and we close it in the middle like that. That's good. And then just ease the air out. Don't go mental. Just tease the air out of the wing. That's really nice. Just teasing the air out. You see people dive on them and lie on them, but you're forcing all your 12 stone, 90 kilo, whatever you are, you're forcing all these stitching lines. I don't know, I don't think that's very good myself. So I think you're better off just easing it out like that. Just take your time, just easing the air out. So that leading edge now is super looked after. Okay, so now we've laid the concertina bag at the side. So now we'll slide it into the concertina bag. Like that. And then just bring the concertina bag over the top. Close that up. Tuck it in there.
Having a concertina bag really helps with that, especially if there's wind, because once you've got it in here and you've clipped it.
Yeah, once you've clipped it into this, you're laughing. Once you've got at least one or two of these clips in, it's not going to go anywhere.
Look how much smaller it makes this wing when you do the factory pack, all the extra space.
So now what you can do is you can now, as you fold it now, this one folds just here on that first, on that join there, look where the zip comes around. They've all got their own slightly different quirky designs. So now, again, just gently ease the air out. Don't force it too radical. Just ease the air out. This is a 28 size glider. This is a large. This is a big wing. You'll be surprised how small this will be in a minute. Ease the air out. Don't go mental. I know I keep going on, but you don't want to damage the wing. The stitching, you've got to go easy on them. Keep your knee on it like I'm doing, and that stops it from inflating, because if you lift your knee off, it just starts to get some more air back in it. So just keep your knee on it. Keep your knee on it, And then that last bit you can just pick up now, close it over. Happy days. Drop it in. Again, drop it in. Again, put your knee on just to push it down, because the harnesses tend to find a bit of extra blooming air as you pack in, so you've got to keep your knee on it, otherwise before you know it they're a bit of a nightmare to get back in the bag. So I tend to keep my knee on to about there, and then you can just pick it up, shake it down, helmet in. Job's a good one. Okay, that's it guys. Hope that's helped. Cheers and see you all again. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you